Our next speaker, I have heard his last name pronounced numerous ways, and I'm terribly sorry, but I know how to pronounce your first name. Gregg Geerdes.
I'm Gregg Geerdes.
Gregg Geerdes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Gregg Geerdes is an Iowa City attorney who has lived in Iowa City for over 20 years. This fall, he and his wife, Mary Murphy, will have 2 children at City High, 1 at Northwest Junior High, and 2 at Regina. Okay.
Thank you very much. Again, I'm Gregg Geerdes, and I'm running for school board because I see a board which, for one reason or another, perhaps a combination thereof, has become dysfunctional and out of touch with what I see as the community's values. And we have a number of things going on here which, however we play the cards, it's either going to be a big improvement or it's going to be a detriment that will take years to recover from. So let's talk about Hoover, but let's talk about Hoover in light of the big picture. I'm against Hoover being closed primarily because it doesn't make financial sense to close Hoover. If we had a Hoover building that didn't have enrollment to fill Hoover building, then we can talk about closing Hoover. But to me, it does not make sense to take an active, successful, and very full school and shut it down merely so that we can build a $14.5 million new school somewhere to the east. Capacity is a valuable asset, and I think we should use it accordingly. And the big picture of that is that we have about $150 million in revenue purpose bonds and accumulated savings for a new high school and PEPL money and some other sources. Facilities master plan scenario, which has been approved by the board, costs $251 million. The question then becomes, is there enough support in the community to pass a bond issue for that remaining $100 million? My judgment is it's not even close. I'm concerned that the PEPL vote, which requires only a 50% majority on September 10th, is in jeopardy. I don't think we've got enough support or confidence in the public to, at this point, to even ask for a 60% bondage. So why is Hoover being closed? It's not being closed because there's not enough people to put in it. Hoover's being closed to make room for a future expansion of City High School. Now, I've got 2 kids at City High, so let me put that out there as fair disclaimer, okay? But do we need to close Hoover to make room for City High? Again, let's look at the big picture. We've got West High with a terrible overcrowding problem. By all accounts, it's somewhere around 300 to 400 students overcrowded. We've got City, not so much, but it's by no means full of empty space. So what's the solution from a community-wide district perspective? The solution, in my opinion, is to promptly, as in immediately, begin construction on a new high school. We can't simply keep adding additions to east, or to city, and then to west, and continue this sort of quid pro quo arrangement that we've been doing in the past. We need a 3rd high school. It'll cost about $60 million at the high end. We've got the money from the revenue purpose and other financing, and we've got the money to fix the elementary and junior high needs that we have. We're $100 million short on being able to do everything on the facilities master plan, but we don't need to do everything on the facilities master plan, and people don't want us to do everything on the facilities master plan, and in that sense, the facilities master plan is somewhat counterproductive because it sets us up for yet another fight amongst us as to who's going to get what and who's going to be left out. We don't need another one of those deals. So let's build a new high school. Let's identify and pursue a core building need. And let's fix our problems with something that will allow us to come together rather than putting something on the table that's just going to be another fight. That's my approach. Thanks.